All right. Next, we are joined by Maddy Siegrest. As always, please use the raise your hand function. We'll get to those questions as they are asked. Again, we have about a 15-minute window here for Maddy. So let's see, make sure there she is. All right. We'll start off with Andy Lipton. Go ahead, Andy.
All right, thanks. Hey, Maddie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you. Hey, well, first thing is I hope to see you semi-owner in St. John's games this season. Um, everyone says when you go to the WNBA, players are faster, bigger, stronger. That's kind of the mantra. But the way you saw the game is the game different from the way you've known it playing throughout your career?
Um, I think yes and no. I mean, I think the initial, like when you first get there, it's like a little bit of an adjustment. Everybody's a pro, everybody's, such a high level and a little bit bigger, stronger, faster. But I feel like, as I got more comfortable as the year went on, it's the same game, still same ball, same height, all that stuff.
Any plans to go overseas, play this winter?
Not this year. I'm gonna head back to Villanova. I have a job there. Hopefully play AU. I just gotta get my body right a little bit. It's a quick turnaround going right from the college season to the WNBA season. But yeah, a lot of training, just getting ready for the next year.
One last question. In your exit interview with Coach, what are the things she wants you to work on for this coming season?
Just continuing to get bigger, stronger, faster. But just continue with my confidence and shooting the ball, a little bit of ball handling. Just overall.
Gotcha. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Christos, you're up next, sir.
Hello, Mandy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I would like to ask you, which was the most remarkable welcome to the WNBA and to the WNBA moment for you this season?
Uh, Probably one of the preseason games, like just getting nailed on a screen. But I think like so there's like so many aha. I guess maybe like running into a screen Brittany Griner set. I remember I was like, oh my gosh, like it was like running into a wall.
Got you. And also, going to the next season, do you feel ready to step into a bigger role? How much? Where's your confidence level going to your second season in the WNBA?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I'm gonna do whatever my team needs me to do, whatever that role is. But I plan to continue to get better. And I think, once you've had a season under your belt, you had that experience, you can just, grow from that and, continue to add to your game.
Thank you very much. Have a great off season.
Thank you.
Peter, go ahead.
Hey Maddie, what job do you have lined up in Philly?
So with the Villanova, with the athletic department, like the women's basketball, I'll just, be able to be around the team, a little on-court stuff, but a lot of the off-court stuff as well.
And why was this an opportunity you're interested in pursuing?
I love Villanova. I love the area. That program has done so much for me, and to be able to train there and have the opportunity to play, AU and any of the USA like basketball stuff that comes up was something I wanted to pursue this year. I do want to go overseas eventually, but I just felt this off season this would be the most beneficial for me.
Has it been nice to have a couple days of rest with, like you mentioned, going straight from college into WNBA?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think I've been home in Poughkeepsie more than 4 days since last Christmas. So to be able to be back here and like, see my siblings, my grandparents, it's meant a lot to me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christian, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Maddie, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, doing good. Thank you.
No problem. I've read your series with the next when you released them, and it's been a very nice kind of, I guess, first eye look at what you've been going through as a rookie this season. And especially, I can't remember which one it was, but you recently put one out, and you were speaking to the difference of going to being like one of the best players in college game to going to just really just being a rookie on a really good W team. How have you really adjusted through this whole season and the change and everything? But also, just when did you realize this season that I belong here? That this is where I'm supposed to be?
Um, I think like I've been really fortunate to being on such a good team, and we have so many strong players that I've been just trying to learn from them from day one. I think, in the beginning, you're just trying to get your footing a little bit. I think, the Phoenix game pretty early, I was able to have a good game early on, and then I was like, all right, like you're starting to get the hang of it a little bit. And I think, kind of from that point on, like the confidence never wavered. Like, rookie your time's gonna go up and down. There's gonna be games you play a lot, games you don't play a lot, games you don't play at all. And I think, just knowing that, you belong there is the biggest thing because your confidence definitely can't waver in this league.
And I've got one more for you. Really from the beginning you started playing and really until the last game, the vets, whether it be Enrique, Odyssey, especially Odyssey, they've spoken so glowingly about your game, and you always willing to make that extra cuss at the screen. You're always where you're supposed to be. And like I think a couple games ago, Enrique even said, she's always getting my rebound and she's always kicking it back out. Having this respect of so many veteran players in your team, what does that mean to you, especially going into your second season?
Yeah, I mean, it means so much. They're such great experienced players, and like to hear them like say that, like they're like, no, like shoot that. Like they're like, they'll say that during the game. They're like, you know, they see you, and like I think that, just adds to your confidence. Like, when you're running on a fast break and they throw you the ball, you're like, you better make it. You better finish that. But just knowing that, they want you to succeed, and I try to take whatever they say and just learn from it and really absorb it because they have the experience right now.
Thank you. Good luck at Nova.
Thank you.
Nikias, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Hi, Maddy. I had a question about film watching. 4 years of college and then now jumping into this NBA system. How much different is your film watching process from then to now?
I've always been a film junkie. It's definitely a little different. I mean, college, I could really watch the game from start to finish and a lot more. And like, I wouldn't, you're playing the whole time. So it's easier to do that. I think when I watch it through now, I watch so much more other players as well. Like for the game, the time I'm not in, I'm like looking like, well, that worked, that didn't work. Look at the way this player is able to create a shot or get an extra possession for their team or get a steal. Where I feel like in college it was more I was more focused on our team. I never really looked at. I mean, I watched the film who we're playing against and like the scouting report, but it was way more focused on like what we're doing and not really like what I could have added from other players. So I definitely shifted gears a little bit there.
Got you. Who are some players that you've been studying this year?
Well, I always like obviously Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, like they're just so fun to watch. But I like to look like Deladon's so efficient. I watched her a lot in college, like her college film. So, just seeing how it translates over and she slows the game down and like that's something, I want to continue to work on because in college I was able to really slow it down. And I feel like at times this year I was, but that's something I want to like, you don't have to just speed up just for the sake of it. Like you want to do it to either make a move, something like that. So just looking at it from that perspective.
And got you. And just kind of bouncing off of the conversation you had with Kristen, kind of shifting from college star to kind of finding a role here. Do you or have you found yourself looking for like some of the role players in the W that have kind of carved out those roles, been able to turn their scoring into like more bite-sized roles? Or you kind of stick to the star class and picking things up?
No, definitely. I think you can add like Rebecca Allen on Connecticut's on. I think, I really liked watching her play. I feel like I look towards the threes and the fours the most because that's the position I'm in. But just seeing like different people, how, they can be so efficient off the bench and, Clark on Vegas. Like there's so many different things and different ways that you could like, make an impact for your team. So just looking all the way around and just knowing that year to year, your role is going to change. And, it's about the work you're going to put in the off season and how much that role is going to change.
Got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christian, did you have one more for us? Or are you all set?
Yes, I had one more. Maddy, throughout the season, especially when the team was kind of in low points as far as needing to jump off the bench, you brought that, whether it was defense, like we spoke earlier, setting screens, really little bit of everything. What has been your most proud moment this season? Really just adjusting to the pro level.
Honestly, I think there was like a 5 game stretch that I took like like 5 charges, and I don't even think I took 5 charges in my whole career in college. So just realizing that like sometimes that's what your team needed, and like during those games, I think it was like a couple illegal screens, a couple like fighting around the post, and just getting that, and like how in close games, like those could be such momentum swings, and just realizing, that's a way to impact the game as well.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions? Any more questions? Last chance to ask Maddy. All right. Thank you, Maddy. Go Temple Owls, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, thank you.
See you guys. And guys, we'll be right back with Crystal Dangerfield at about 11:15, and that'll be our last one for this morning session. This afternoon, we'll have Veronica Burton kicking us off at 2 p.m. Then Odyssey Sims at 2:15, and then Tierra McCowan at 2:30, followed by Natasha Howard later at about 3:45.